It's been a great time, man. I've enjoyed it immensely. I had a few seasons in the Pacific League, and I even came here once for Chihuahua back in 2010, just for a little short while. But yeah, no, I mean, it's. I've always loved baseball in Mexico. I think that the guys here, they play to win. And sometimes in America, it's more for development, and they're not so much worried about winning until the major league level, but in the minor league level, not so much. But here, it's all about winning, and I love winning. So it's a good place to be.
Are you planning to play in winter leagues?
Yes. I signed with Naranjeros de Hermosillo. Be going back there for the first time in about 6 years. I played there for 2 years prior. I'm looking forward to it. I won't be showing up until a bit later, though. I want to give myself a rest after this long postseason. So, but I'm looking forward to going back there.
Tell us about the game for tomorrow. You will be at the mound.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Anytime you get a chance to pitch to help your team win a championship, it's a blessing and an honor. So I'm really looking forward to it. This team's a good team, so I'll be looking to do whatever I can to hold them down and give our bats a chance to hopefully give us a lead and win a game.
You play for Australia. You're born in Australia. Tell us about the baseball in that country.
Well, I mean, baseball in Australia is definitely getting much better. When I was coming up as a child, it was probably wasn't really a big sport. It still isn't a big sport, but they have a new winter league there, which I played in last year, and was fortunate to be a member of the championship-winning team there with the Brisbane Bandits. That was only in February, so I'm going for my second championship this year. But no, I mean the competition there is a good AA, maybe a low AAA level, and I think we've had 22 or 23 major league players come out of that league, in the last 5 years. So a lot of young players there have developed there and got really good, and I think that'll show in our WBC team next February when we go to Japan. So we have a pretty good team.
You ready for that?
Oh, I'm ready for that.
Why Blackley is playing baseball and why is not playing cricket? I mean, that's the best, that's the most important sport in Australia.
Yeah, everybody plays cricket there. I grew up playing some cricket. I played football, played rugby, just with my school and that. But baseball was that one sport that it was really hard to be good at every day. It's such a challenging sport where the best players in the world, they fail 70% of the time and they're still considered amazing. So, I think it was just such a tough sport to be great at, and it just really, I don't know, I was hooked as soon as I played it. And, I think that, considering you come from Australia and to be able to make it all the way to the major leagues and even come here to Mexico, I think it's a great accomplishment. And there's a lot of young fellas that look up to me back in Australia that are, one day going to follow my path here to Mexico and to the major leagues. So, it's looking good there down in Australia.
In other way, you played a lot in the United States. Which sport is better or more exciting? American football or rugby?
Ooh, it's tough. They're totally different. Even though they seem very similar, they're very different. I think that some great plays in American football are fantastic to watch. But when you have no pads on and you're running with a ball trying to get absolutely slammed by everyone else without any protection, I think it's pretty amazing what those guys do. But, that being said, there's been the one guy that played for the 49ers last year. He was probably the best rugby player in the world, Jared Hayne. And he went to the football, and he did well, but he had a lot of learning to do. So they're totally different sports. I think they're both amazing sports, but rugby's the best.
You prefer rugby?
Yeah, I actually prefer Australian rules football. If you get a chance to look that up on YouTube, Australian rules football. There's no pads. It's not offense, defense. Everyone's mixed, and there's a lot of big hits, a lot of injuries, a bit of blood here and there. It's a crazy sport. So.
You used to play in other countries, like Asia. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I played 2011 in Korea for the Kia Tigers, and that was a great experience. Man, they get a lot of fans at their games. They're very loud. They love their baseball. That's their number one sport, I think. Soccer is very close, but I think not baseball. And I went to Japan 2 years ago with the Rakuten Eagles. A little bit different. I mean, I didn't experience the major leagues as much there. I only got a few games up there, but I preferred Korea, but the baseball is very good in both countries. They don't make any mistakes. They're very, very fundamentally sound, and that's why they're two of the best countries in the world at baseball. So, every country is different. Every country has their own pluses and minuses, and Mexico definitely has a lot of pluses, and it's a great league. Definitely not an easy league. So I think baseball here is very strong, and I'm sure the WBC team is going to be very strong.
The last one. What is the most weird or rare moment in that place in Korea?
The weird?
I think it's totally different than Australia.
Oh yeah, way different than Australia. Both Japan and Korea are very different. As for weird, they have some pretty crazy first pitches. You get you have somebody go out and throw the first pitch of the game. They have a lot of gymnasts or rock stars in Korea do it, and they have some pretty crazy ones. And also in the All-Star game there, they have a bunt king and a pitcher king, where they, instead of a home run derby, well, they have that, but they have a bunting championship for the best bunter. That's a bit weird. And then they have a pitching one where they line bats up and they have to try and throw the ball off the bat. But I would say also the bat flip. They really honor the bat flip. When a guy hits a home run and they throw the bat in the air, they think it's awesome. Whereas in America and here, that's a bit of an offense. So yeah, it's a little different when somebody hits a fly ball to center field and gets caught and they've thrown their bat and it's halfway to third base. You're kind of like, what are you doing, But, it's each to their own, It's just not fun when you're pitching. It's not like we can strike somebody out and, throw a hat in the air or something like that. So, no, it's different, but it's good.